Record, and let's start. And I want to start by introducing myself. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me and joining all of us this evening. I'm Cristina Juezas, and I'm serving this year as the PR manager of District 107. But let me tell you, because maybe some of you don't know me, I've been in Toastmasters for 12 years, 13, I don't remember, 13 years, 12 years, a long time. And I have 2 DTMs already. I'm working hard on my third one. In the past, I also served as Club Growth Director, Program Quality Director, and District Director for District 107. But I have been out of the spotlight for some time, and now I'm back. I have developed a lot and served as everything in my club, and I've helped teams in this district and in other districts to do as good as they can with everything Toastmasters. So from not just, of course, communications, but also helping them in their leadership positions and with membership and all and all. So what do I have for today? What are we going to do today? He said, because I don't want to talk too much myself. I'm going to share with you a little presentation. It's not the most important part of what we are going to see today. It's true that I want the presentation to be a little bit of a conductor, of an agenda for what we are going to do, but I expect all of you to participate. Because the truth is that, yes, I intend, and the district always intends to support the members and support the clubs to become better. But of course, this webinar is about sparking membership. So it's not about me or about my ideas. All of us already have successful ideas that have worked in the past, or we know someone who belongs to another club and who in some moment developed a strategy that really worked. And this is what we're going to do today here. We are going to put in common some strategies and think about some strategies that may work for us. And of course, we are also going to reflect a little bit on why or what is, well, not helping us grow. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the agenda. So the welcome, of course. Welcome, everyone. We are going to go through what is the role or what's behind the work of a VPPR. Even if you are not a VPPR, the reality is that I believe all of us may act as public relations of Toastmasters, public relations of our clubs, public relations of the organization and of what we do. We are going to talk about some success stories. You are going to talk about some success stories. And then we will focus on our clubs. What's the next move we are going to do? I will show you some tools and templates that we already have in place, and we can discuss others if they are of help for you. And we'll do a short wrap up. So for starters, I want you, and before we start, I want you to use the chat, all of those who can, to give me an emoji, a fire if you believe you're a 5-starter and you are full of creative ideas, a light bulb if you are inspired but you are unsure where to begin when it comes to public relations, a builder, so some bricks if you are steady, structured, and planned if you are eager to learn but you don't really know where to start. So let these messages flow. I'm already seeing the chat, so.
Someone asked if this presentation will be shared
Yes,
afterwards.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Scarlett. While I expect everybody to fire, everybody's on fire. Can't believe this. This is amazing. A cactus. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to say, Scarlett. A cactus. This, I don't know if that's, I mean, it's a plant, but a fire extinguisher, Patricia. Yeah, that means you're a creative person. So, yeah. Okay. I see a lot of fires. This is very good. So, what does a VPPR do? I want to think or to reflect about what we do inside the club. You can either write or type in the chat, or you can, for a second, turn your mic on and speak. What's the role? What do we need to do in the club? So, for instance, stay active? Yeah. But what do you mean by active? We are all actives. Motivate our members, get them inspired to go to sessions, welcome members and visitors. Yeah, well, that's more, I mean, everybody in a club welcomes members and visitors. That's more the part of the member membership, the speeches, the speeches for sure, but with our club. So we need to promote our meetings. I think we can put more care on onboarding time. Onboarding time is crucial. We need to make sure, because for us, even more so if we've been Toastmasters for a long time, we already are used to whatever we do in the meetings, etc. But it's not that evident. It's not that obvious for guests and for new members. So what are all these strange roles that we always talk about? Why are the meetings so rigid and so tight? Why do we applaud so much? Okay, I understand Urku from Turkey. So there are a few things that the Vice President of Public Relations needs to do within the club. And how about outside the club? This might be easier for us, right? When we think outside the club, we think about social media, probably. But what other things? In what social media do your clubs have a presence in? So potential members, what they can gain in Toastmasters, local media. Local media, you mean radios, newspapers, give visibility to our club using LinkedIn and Instagram. Yeah, fast and reliable reply to potential member emails, for sure. Radio, newspaper, Facebook, LinkedIn. Yeah, so we're talking basically about social media, in some other cases, traditional media. But there could be other options to reach out to new members. Yes. How can we reach out members or potential members, sorry, that haven't heard about Toastmasters? Open house meetings, organize open house meetings. And how about the online presence? Like, yes, Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media, but I haven't heard yet a website, a newsletter, a podcast. Sometimes it's a website. Well, the problem in many cases with websites, a website is awesome. The problem with websites is not just the maintenance, but also the legacy. So we work really hard 1 year and we put up a website that is super cool. And what do we do with this website when we change the team? And that is sometimes complicated. Perhaps by mere of cultural authorities of our zone. Could be cultural authorities of our zone. A colleague from another club created a podcast to showcase Toastmasters this year. It's Voz de Oriente. Yeah, I've heard of many different cases, not just in our district, but also in other districts. A podcast is fantastic. It's a fantastic tool. It doesn't matter if it's in Portuguese, if it's in Spanish or in English or in any other language that you can imagine, because it can raise awareness about what we do and how we do it. Associations, human resources directors, yeah, they're all of us work in different places. So one first step could be Toastmasters of any interest to someone we already know. Could be of the interest of a friend of mine or of interest of a friend of a friend. We already have these acquaintances, let's say. So let's take a look at how Toastmasters defines the role of public relations. So one thing is, of course, publicizing the meetings, the session, and the club events, because we do more events than just the meetings most of the times. Regarding the brand, we are the housekeepers of the brand, the Toastmasters brand. So we manage the brand of the club, and of course, the brand that belongs to all of us, the brand of Toastmasters International. With regards to what we do online, yes, we update the presence of the club. I'm talking about the club, but we can scale this. I know there are area directors and division directors. We can scale this to the area, the division, etc., to update the website and the social media of the club. When it comes to promoting, what do we promote? We promote the club sessions, yes, but above all, we promote our success. We are Toastmasters. We are here because we love public speaking and we love a stage and we love to compete and we love to succeed. Yeah. So we should be celebrating each and every one of the achievements of our members. It doesn't matter if it's an icebreaker, that's something that we have to celebrate. If it's a level 1, a level 5, a DTM, or whatever other success that any of our members have in our clubs. And of course, we should be encouraging not just our members to participate in our meetings, but also encouraging guests to join. How? Well, we know some storytelling techniques already. So there are many ways in which we could engage the guests. Because social media or media communication in the paper or communication in the screen, it's pretty much the same as communication on a stage. So whenever we want to engage a member, someone from a stage, we know how to do that. And when it comes to engage in a different platform, it's pretty much the same. Scarlett, do we need to have GPR to do that? GPR? GDPR to do what? to do
breakers, the levels,
well,
completion.
no. In some cases, if you want to show a picture, if you want to show their name, yes. But you don't have to show a picture to say that a member in the club has achieved this or that. So we really don't need to have GDPR under authorization to promote these achievements. But yes, I believe that every club should have, I mean, we're not talking usually about super huge clubs with thousands of members. We are usually 20 something to 30 something. That is it to handle. A basic, are we allowed to take pictures during the sessions? Are we allowed to post these pictures on social media? And normally we have this authorization. But if not a problem. We can always take a picture from from the back, or there are tricks in which we can do that. So let's talk about some inspiration. Let's talk about some ideas. And now I'd like for you to brainstorm with me. Not yet brainstorm with me. I'm going to show you some ideas that I gathered and that I will provide to you in a separate PDF. For instance, leveraging social media in general, LinkedIn. We can do themed demo meetings. We can call a guest speaker from our community. We can create reels, TikToks, short videos that we can use in social media. We can create a referral network within our club. What's our referral network? Well, I have a friend that has a friend that has a friend. We could even gamify somehow this network. We should, and that should be a must for all of us, follow up fast with the guests when they have very refreshed the attendance to our meetings. We could have testimonials from past members and from members of our club. And this is something we can do even if they are not members from our club. So always remember that Toastmasters is a very international community and that we are all here to help each other. So I'm very happy to tell, and I guess all of you are as well, to tell your Toastmaster story. What's your Toastmaster story? What brought you here? Why you stayed here? Offer a try before you buy. We all do this, but we need sometimes to insist. And as I was talking to the VPPR of my own club the other day, sometimes it's not just about you can come anytime you want, even if you're not a member. Is you can come once without being a member, and then we'll see. We can set up a booth in some other event that is local. So people from other events get to know us. Alumni from the past, people who were members of the club that moved to other cities or that just left the club for the reasons. Email. It's something that we sometimes forget. We are so immediate with communications now. All the clubs have a WhatsApp group. Many times the agendas go through the WhatsApp group, but we are forgetting about the guests. They don't belong in the WhatsApp group. So email, newsletters, news about public speaking, news about Toastmasters. Of course, we could use ads on social media. Contests, competitions, open mic sessions in our cities. Something fun like bring your boss or bring your colleague night, and partner with some businesses. The other day I was thinking, why not partner with co-working? That's something good for them. It's a service that they offer to their co-workers. And for us, I believe it's clear the benefits that we can get. So these are just ideas, but I'm sure you all have plenty of ideas that worked in the past in your clubs. Teresa is saying yes. So let's brainstorm. One spark for October. If your club could try one new or not new, PR idea in October, what would this idea be? And you can unmute yourselves if you want. One by one. Anna, you want to talk?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking that I really like paper, something that is not used so much, but paper like a flyer that is handed out, or a poster that is put in public places, like
In what
in
what type? Yeah, in what type of public places?
like the gym,
Gym,
stores,
stores,
schools,
schools,
company,
campings.
companies,
Companies. Sorry.
yeah,
Library.
library, yeah.
Ana Sofia is saying library. Any other place? This question is for the rest of you. Can you think of any other place where we could place a poster?
University.
University,
Co-work spaces.
co-working spaces,
Also could be in English academies.
English academies, English schools. More.
Vera Cunha is saying coffee shop.
Yeah. Coffee shops. I was thinking bars, but coffee shop bar is pretty much the same thing. This is something very like it may vary depending on your area, depending on the country, but I guess in Spain could work also in some supermarkets.
Yes.
And obviously in CEPE.
CEPE.
What's a CEPE?
CEPE is the public employment system. So the people who are unemployed go there and ask for training courses.
Okay.
CEPE.
IFP.
Public.
In Portuguese would be Instituto de Emprego e Formação Profissional.
Yeah, I'm going to put Public Employment Service. Okay, CEPE or okay.
Public transport, like buses. Could be.
Public.
Good idea.
Public transportation is excellent idea. Portation or stations.
Yeah.
Like train station, bus station. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, more ideas. We were talking about the physical flyer or a poster. Hairdresser. Very good, Vera. Yeah. Hairdresser. Awesome. Yeah. Let's go for a different idea. Let's think about social media. Okay. How do you handle right now social media? What do you share usually? How do you promote your club? Reels, yeah, but what do you say in a reel?
Could be in a very small interview of all the people who stay actually in the club, and say what is the most important challenge or the best thing that they receive about Toastmaster.
That's exactly the reel that Ana Sophia's Club has done. An amazing video interviewing everyone about the value. It's an amazing reel.
Real small videos with the meeting environment. That could be another option. Yeah. We promote our upcoming sessions, explaining what it is, language, how to connect. Can someone show the... Yeah, if you have the link to that reel, that would be great to have it here. Yeah. If some of you can look for it and post the link for so everybody has it, that would be great. Okay.
I think that other thing that, well, I think that we can do a Loom. The Loom is like I don't know how I can explain, but it's a program that you can send I don't know how do you say mensaje,
A message.
A message. Thank you very much. But the people can see you. Sometimes for me it's very cold the typing the letter. Sometimes when I want to stay in Toastmaster, I lost the letter, I think 3 times, and I forget and go to the spam, and I lost. But I think that if we are more near for the people or to the people, could be more engagement and generate more interesting to the persons.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk to you about a concept that I don't know if you've ever heard about it. It's the conversion funnel. Have you ever heard about it?
Yes.
Okay. So when we are promoting something on anywhere, but of course on social media, we need to think about this funnel concept. And we need to address part of what we do to the top of the funnel, some of the publications to the middle of the funnel, and some of them to the bottom of the funnel. And the different publications are different, because how do we get this? How do we get the Toastmasters, who we are and what we offer, to a bigger audience that doesn't know anything at all about us? And that when you mention the word Toastmaster, what they think is, well, you know what they think. Of course, this toast what? Yes. So probably before showing the meetings, showing what we do, or showing the benefits, what people are looking for is, first, what they fear. Is their fear of public speaking, the fear of not being understood, the fear of not knowing what to say when they have a meeting, when they have a presentation. These are the fears of the people who join Toastmasters for the first time. And how can we address these fears as well as promoting our meetings? So my proposal for you to think about would be, can we create separate types of content for the different stages of this funnel? Show the benefits, of course. Now, and this is, I don't want to go too deep into this, But these days with AI, it's rather simple to create content, at least to get ideas for the different stages of the funnel. So imagine that once a week you publicize your weekly sessions. Of course, this is something you have to do. But at the same time, this could happen, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days before the meeting. So people have the time to engage with the content, to send a message to the club saying that they want to attend, depending on the case, okay? But imagine that you also want to share something about the meeting, an achievement of some members. Speak about the individual value you get, of course. Yeah. So we could say something, either highlight an achievement of a member, say something about the value you get from attending, not just the value you gain from, of course, public speaking and all of that, but also what you learn about leadership. We must not forget about that. It's something that is really important. The listening skills that you get, the leadership skills that you get. But also think about this. What if we created some evergreen content that could be used by my club, but by any other club in the world, public speaking tip, like a general one, and just post it, I don't know, on Sundays. Yeah, this is something that we could create very easily with a template that is not going to take a lot of time because we can ask an AI about it. We only need to add some picture or some graphic and the Toastmasters logo, and it's content for your social media. Yeah. From Canva, exactly. You can get a template and very easily adapt it to what you need. Create content once a month in 20 minutes and then simply program it or leave it for others to program it, or just enjoy the weekly sessions. You can create a calendar of publications and see what days you want to publish, what you need to publish, the different type of events we are having throughout the year. So now we are like in a membership gaining campaign because it's the beginning of the year, but soon enough we are going to start with the contests and the competitions. Yes. And the summit that we have in Barcelona in some weeks. So gatherings, traveling, meeting new friends, friendships that last forever. This is also Toastmasters. And this is also a value that we need to highlight. Yes. So let's go for another one. I want to listen. Hi, Antonio. Long time no see.
Hello, Roger.
Yeah, so I would like you to, well, not you, Antonio, in particular, but anyone. This question is for anyone. We were discussing social media. We were discussing posters. Let's try another new PR idea that we could start in October. Oh, personal buyer, to know how the person could be interesting.
Yes.
What motivated you to consider joining a speaking or leadership club? Have you ever participated in public speaking or leadership training before? What challenges do you face when speaking in public?
Yes, the personal buyer is a tool that we use to know about the people who are now inside the club, where place they go, where I don't know, how do you say miedos?
Fears.
What fears they have, sorry, where activities do actually, and that can help us to know more or less what is the place that the people who could be interested in stay in the club could be stay. Okay, sorry, I don't speak English a lot of time, so I try to do my best effort.
Yeah.
That help us to know where is that people, in what place we can announce and be more effective that if we put in everywhere. And other thing that perhaps we can do is like a drive. And if I do a flyer, put in that place, and perhaps Portugal could be pick up that flyer, put their data, their club, and use. So we don't have just one flyer or one post or one. We can have 100 in 5 months, and we can pick up because we all have our jobs or activities. We are mothers, we are workers or fathers or anything. And that could be a place that can help us to do better and don't put a lot of time doing H1, the fourth.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually, and that is something that we'll see after this session. I'm having other comments like Rotary Clubs partnerships. Yes, Toastmasters has an agreement with Rotary International, so of course we can reach and we must reach out to the local Rotary clubs. The club senior management could find a way to contact an influencer, like a local influencer, I assume, to promote the Toastmasters on social media. I believe, yes, that would be a great idea if we can connect with influencers locally because they have their network, and that network is usually huge. So that's awesome. That would be awesome. If you have some, Ricardo, if you have some, I don't know if your club has already done it. If you have already done it or you have seen it in other situations, in other places, can you tell us how it worked or how they contacted this influencer? Scarlett is asking, do you think the buyer persona is the same for all Toastmasters or each club has its own? In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I believe there is a base for everyone, the willing for public, for learning how to speak in public. But yeah, the buyer persona is not the same for every club. So there are clubs who are like younger in age. There are clubs who are just in Portuguese or just in Spanish or just in English. So it's not for someone who does not speak in English. So yeah, that's very different. Yeah, Antonio, you've raised your hand. It depends on the club culture. Yeah, of course. You raised your hand, and I don't know if you wanted to speak. You wanted to speak?
You can hear me?
Yes.
Hello, Christina. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
If I understand well, this is a kind of bring ideas for
yes.
for the PR initiative.
Yeah.
In my small long experience,
come on.
I think the Rotaries will be the most easy way to access them. Why? Because in the majority of the cities always exists a Rotary Club, so it's easy to find someone and to access them, including if the Rotary clubs, the local Rotary clubs don't have an idea that exists an international agreement between Toastmasters and the Rotary, even they don't know that, but so it's very easy for them to understand that they exist. This is why we contact them and and explain what we do. I think it's easy to explain to anyone what we do. I think the major challenge that even we have all of the ideas or any kind of idea, which is grateful, any kind of idea, is to find someone in the club who make the knock to that door and try to do whatever. If it's to the local employee department, if is we call in Portugal, I don't know the name in Spanish, Junta de Freguesia is which is above the city wall. So city wall have lots of neighborhoods places with the president and so it's also easy. And Setúbal have that experience because our venue before where we are today in the school, we spent almost 2 years in this kind of if someone is Portuguese, I don't know how to translate Junta de Freguesia, so maybe you can.
It's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, it's the matter. What we need to find within our clubs is the person within the club who will be in charge of knocking at the different doors.
Yeah, this is the challenge that each club must have, because most of the people, they don't are like it's not a question to be a salesman. Even I work on the last 25 years on the sales area. So for me, it's easy to make a cold call. So for me, I like it. But anyway, it's not so easy to find people who are engaged to do that. So anyway. I think we have lots of ways to do that and to find lots of places to do that. For example, in FNAC, in the commercial centers, always exists a FNAC shop, and they have a kind of a small stage where sometimes they invite actors, actresses, and singers to promote, or writers to promote books, discos, and so sometimes comic actors, sorry, or comedian people, and it's easy to go there. The way is the challenge to be there, to make a impromptu speech with a microphone on the hand. So the ideas always exist. If I think it can be a good idea for the district, okay. One of the points for the club growth director is to give or to make initiative for the maybe in the moments of truth on the clubs to make a list how many initiatives can have a club, as you said before, once per month, to with the previous strategy to where we are going to do things on the next 6 months, and what will be the place, and bring the majority of the members, because sometimes we have maybe 2-3 members who can do that, are able to do that, and sometimes it's not so easy to bring the majority of the members.
Yes, I agree with you. And sometimes what happens is that those members who are willing to do these type of things are the most experienced members. And the most experienced members, in my experience again, are sometimes we scare the newbies.
Yeah. I know
it's
that.
like, no, but you speak so well. Well, but I started one day and I was exactly like you, because now I have been speaking for such a long time that, yeah, but I agree with you. Yeah.
For example, in Setúbal club, we do once last year, and we do again on the summer. Is go to the beach we have here in Setúbal with a bar who support the beach, and we spent 2 hours making impromptu speech in front of everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah,
and you can believe it's a very challenge for members. If some members it's already a challenge to make an impromptu speech, now you can imagine the end of the day in the sunset. We put a towel on the center with food and snacks and the drinks, and everybody bring a challenge for everybody.
Antonio, you are making us jealous. Stop. Stop it.
Sorry.
For those of us who don't live by the beach.
Okay, if it's not on the beach, can be on the countryside, okay?
Yeah, we do it in a park.
Central Park, okay.
It's not exactly the same. But yeah, that's a super cool idea. If you are nearby a beach, like in Setúbal or in Barcelona or in, many other places, you can do an event that is different than the usual events you do, or you can hold an event in a park. Why not?
And
in every single city, we have a place where you can actually do this type of things.
But for me, Cristina, the most important thing on these events is you can join the group. The members can feel friends. Okay. Sorry if I'm going to how I can say this. One of the good things that Setúbal, if the members who are here, if you can see, if you remember on the last 2 years, any district event or any division event or any area event, we have lots of members. Almost of the 50% of the club members from Setúbal are always there. Always. It's not one, it's not two. At least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we go to Barcelona, we are 9. Okay? 9 members will go to Barcelona. The only event we failed was in Tangier. For some coincidence situations. But anyway, and this kind of events outside of the club create a very strange, positive, strange friendship from the members, and this is joined together, and we can create a culture, the culture club, which is very essential for what the district wants, is that the club grow. Okay, so this kind of initiative that Cristina created this challenge today is at the end creates a very important culture for the club, and if you have a new member with 1 month or 2 months member, he or she will join and spread the word. And this is my good experience on the last 2 years. If I make the comparison, what's happened with me or in another club in Almada before COVID. So, and the culture of the club, it's very important. And these PR initiatives, it's a challenge for everybody. We know that, but create a very culture club.
Yeah, we were saying that in the beginning of the session, that we all know what to do in the theory, but then we have to land and do things that really work. So now my question would be, what's stopping us from doing the things we know work? Yeah, in some cases we were discussing, we need to find the right people because not everybody likes to do cold calls, for instance, or not everybody is good on social media. Time and more people. Do you think it would be feasible to, time and more people. Do you think AI could help you as VPPRs? Not just a question for Teresa, but a question a little bit for everybody. because
I'm
it might,
already using it a bit.
yeah,
Not all the time, but a bit. But still, I think, I don't know how is everyone's experience so far, but I feel like VPPR is quite a handful. So even with the Gemini or ChatGPT, there are still a lot of things we need to do, and there are so many ideas that it's sometimes hard to know which ones to put in place first.
yeah, yeah. We're missing the willingness to try new things and to feel excited about that. Well, what I can do, what we can do, not I, but all of us can do, is to encourage each other. I truly believe that it is something we can do all together, because yeah, what happens when you have a doubt in the middle of implementing a plan? Or what happens if you need something? Yeah, we have the overall District 107 Toastmasters group, but sometimes it's not enough. So you have tools. Of course, you have the Let the World Know handbook, and you probably read through it. You know the brand portal from Toastmasters International, and you know that there is a district website with a lot of public relation resources. You have pictures. But besides that, we have, or you can have Canva. That's for free, and that's a lifesaver. That's the truth. You have the district meetup, which you could use if you want. You have the district website if you have ever to promote something that is really special, or the district social medias of as well. You have other districts' social media to look in search of ideas, of new ideas, or what they do in other clubs. Because if something is working, or if a club is doing an awesome job on social media, why don't we copy what's already working? If we like it, it's probably sure that all of the people around us like it too. So I'm not going to say copy, but we can imitate the style or imitate the ideas. How can you use the district meetup? You need to get in touch with me through the official email, that is PRM. I'm not really sure of the email, but yes. And we can introduce the meetings of your club in the meetup. And then one person from your club needs to be like the manager of the meeting and make sure that everything, the information is accurate and all of that. But beyond that, I want you to go home today, well, to stay home, but to go home or to go to dinner, to have dinner with at least one PR action that you want to do or you want to implement after this session. But you're not going to be alone. And for this, I want you to know that from today, we are going to have a PR group, a WhatsApp PR group just for us. You can either scan this or, yeah, probably better if you scan it. I'm going to, well, I will forward you the link or send you the link via the chat if I can. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that. Yeah, Antonio is there already. And what am I going to do with this chat? Well, this is going to be the group for questions, answers, things that worked, things that didn't work, tools that worked for you, ideas, etc., etc., etc. Okay, yeah, I will do so. I will do that. to make sure that all the VPPRs that want to be in the group are in the group. I believe that altogether we can really add ideas to one another and work for increasing the membership, not just in our clubs, but also in our district. What if I know someone that lives in Malaga? I'm not going to send them to my own club. I belong to one club in the north of Spain. So the thing should be addressing the right person to the right club as well. So yes. And this is what I wanted to say to you today. But I'm open to you if you have any questions that you would like to ask or comments that you would like to ask. I'm very happy to address them now.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Anna.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
you
shortly.
You know that I speak a lot.
I know, but I'm in charge of the session, so I can cut you.
No problem. No problem. We can cut my tongue. I think the most important is it's not a question because we are in the end of September, but when the new officers on the beginning of July must be a goal that the PR of the club, the VPPR, with the actual president and in preference with the IPP, okay, to make the continue of the strategic plan of the club in terms of PR, okay, and find goals even if it's once per year, but at least make goals. What we are going to do outside of the club. 2 goals, 3, 4, whatever. The importance is to define the goal to do that, because sometimes the club goes to this kind of event, okay, as you have the initiative, and my congrats to do that, go to COT, COT, TLI, district initiatives, but if this kind of message is not right in our minds and put on the paper in Excel file what I'm going to do on the next 2 months, okay, even if it's once, okay, because I know that many clubs, I'm not going to tell this the majority of the clubs, but many clubs sometimes they have this kind of initiatives from themselves to do different things.
And many clubs struggle as well because they don't have enough membership. So at the end of the day, it's the fish that bites the tail of the fish. So they don't get more members because they are not enough to have a VPPR. So they don't get members, and it's a little bit like this. But anyway, I just shared with you in the chat 2 cheat sheets with 30 ideas to increase or to boost the membership of your clubs. These are things that worked in some clubs in the past. There are some fun things to do. So for instance, next month, it's Halloween. Why don't we take advantage of the fact that it's Halloween to promote a themed costume night? We have Christmas. In many clubs, we do things like that. Or doing a public speaking workshop, a short one, take advantage of some of these long projects that some members have to do for their 5th level or the fourth level, and do a workshop on something that is interesting for a larger community of people and invite some guests. So take advantage of all of that. At the end of the day, the ideas are there. we are not inventing the wheel. The wheel has been invented long time ago. But sometimes we forget, or sometimes we struggle to find the energy, to find the stamina, to find the right people to knock at a cold door. So, yeah, I hope that this group will help us to be encouraged to, I don't know, to gather some ideas, to enrich the ideas that we already have, to promote the things that we do. If you do something that is cool, share it with all of us so we can see it and go and cheer you. Why not? I believe it's important that we know each other, that we talk to each other, and that we create this network between us. Yes.
And I think the challenge is to at least weak clubs, if they are nearby, they can join efforts together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And
but even if they're not close enough, I mean, I belong to a club that is actually struggling a little bit with membership, and the president of my club is an online member, and he lives in Los Angeles.
I give here on this call is Teresa Faria. Olá, Teresa. And maybe she remembers in 2021 during COVID time when I was division director, I make the efforts for that LOT club, Vasco da Gama club, and Setúbal club joined together all Wednesday. Okay, because with the COVID times was very hard. It's a very good example how clubs during that time was very, very weak, and 1 year later, 2 years later, they grow, and even online, as you said, Christina, with the person you know from Los Angeles, it's possible to make online events with weak clubs and join together the efforts. The problem is if appear a guest who are the club who try to convince the guest to be on the in which club, okay? But this kind of is a very good problem, okay? But
well, in our club, it was, I guess, that this is something that happened throughout the district and in other districts as well. But in our club, it was amazing because for the first time, we had members that were native speakers of English.
Yeah.
So that's an improvement for us. So for them, because they get to speak Spanish in the sessions that we have in Spanish, but for them, because they get to speak for us, for them, for all of us. It's something that is amazing. So yeah, let's share these ideas in the group. I hope that this session was, well, fun, useful above all. And I will be sharing this, I will be sharing the video and all the materials with you. The video will be posted on YouTube, on the district channel, and the rest of the materials, if I don't find the place, but that's for sure, they will be in the district website. So yeah, I will let you know when it's done.
It's possible. It's possible to join the VPPR of my club to this group.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this is for VPPRs.
Okay. I suppose it is not just for this kind of special group.
Yeah, no. It's for VPPRs. Yeah, even if they were not able to join us today, it's for all the VPPRs in the district. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's not my ideas or your ideas or Scarlett's ideas. I guess, and I bet that all of us can and will have very cool ideas to promote our clubs and to increase our membership. So why not share them with all of us, with the rest of us? Yeah. Okay, it's been a pleasure. And I hope to see you really soon. Hopefully in Barcelona, if not in Marrakech. Take care, Ana Sofia. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Obrigada.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Ciao,
Thank
Thank
gracias.
you.
you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Cristina, can I
Gracias.
use this opportunity to make some change ideas with you?
Yeah, but after we end the meeting.
Okay.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.